We didn't know whether we would be living in a flat in King's Cross or living at Clapham Junction or living in a caravan or a park home. And we've fallen with our bottoms in the butter finding this place, because it's lovely.
One day, we'd only been in about a month. My husband went out. I says, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going out of here. I'm not going to stay here." So I said, "Come on, come back." But he joined the boys, he joined snooker, joined everything. Then he was top dog. They wanted to have it lady. See, but he didn't like it when we first come in.
Drive through those gates and you are home, and it's such a lovely feeling, and that it's wonderful. And look, what your surroundings are marvellous, and you know, you couldn't wish for better, really you couldn't. My children know that I'm so content, and it's so wonderful.
Number one over there, we've got a Doc Shepherd. He was a doctor of physics in Zimbabwe. But what did you do for a living? Oh, well, I was a salesman. What did you do? Oh, I used to deliver Porsche cars for a firm in Hove. And I worked in the aircraft trade. Surely whatever your problem is, like the man next door was in the fire brigade, and he was in the police, and he was a plumber. So I'm sure whatever problem you've got or you're trying to sort out, somebody in this village knows a lot more about it than what I do.
Got the freedom, and they have representatives from each little corner of the village. You'll be in one little corner and you'll have a representative who'll introduce himself, and he's a resident. Have you got any problems that I can take to the committee? And so you've always got your say in most aspects, one way or the other. So they may be running it according to how they want it, but you do have your input all the time, so you don't feel oppressed by anything. And if you really had a grievance, there'd be somebody that would take it up.
The person that's in charge of all the grounds here, he knows he's off sick at the moment, but he knows all about the different types of trees.
He went on a walk a few weeks back, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. He knows all
into the
about
woods, and he's
the different
showing
trees.
us different things, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's quite interesting.
And where's the badger sets there, and you know, there's a lot going on in the woods that you don't really realise.
If you're unable to cook for yourself, you can go to one of the 2 restaurants. As you know that you're going to be here hopefully till you go out in your box. So the security aspect, everything's taken care of. If you become infirmed, there's different categories. You can go from one house to another. Or there's 100-year-olds in their own cottage, and if their families aren't there, somebody will come in and maybe take them to church if they want to, or come and have a chat with them, or do their laundry, or send a cleaner in. If you're unable to do it, it will be there. So it's, every aspect is taken care of, every part of your life is there, and you've got backup all the time.
You can do as much as you want to do, or as least you want to do.
You can please yourself, won't
I always, when new people come in here, I always say to them, don't join everything, because certain people will get you, you'll be out 6 nights a week doing something or other. It depends if you want to do that, but then in the end, you can't keep up with it.
I've got a nice neighbour, Eileen. I crossed the road and got next to Eileen. So when with the new houses as we are in now, she had a cottage next to me.
Oh, that's
And once a week I go in there and have a coffee with her, have a chat, and the next week I go, she comes in here. I'm not forgotten anyhow.
You paid already? Yes. But it's towards my birthday.
You want thousands for that? Everything here, the complete idea of it is you've got company, you can be alone, you've got somebody virtually to do everything for you maintenance-wise, social-wise, you've got every facility you could imagine. I go aqua aerobics, I'm in the WADS, which is the dramatics, and they put a show on every year, and they have tap dancers. I go to bingo sessions, I go to craft sessions, I come here for the drop-in session. We've got the pool, we've got golf courses, which you probably know all the facilities we've got. There's bowling, anything you want to do, allotment. It's the social aspect of it that is so important as you get older.
It's the best place to be in. Where would I be if I wasn't here? It's the best place to, anyone retired is the best place to come to.